This really wasn't Inkanyamba's week. Barbara hadn't been the girl he was looking for, and neither had Rico. His anger was becoming positively volcanic, and his need for vengeance absolute. On the bright side, he was remembering more with every day that passed. The dagger. It had been a gift to her, a gift from me, and she repaid my generosity with betrayal. He stood in front of the old, decrepit manor. Inside, there was another dark haired girl who could be the one he was looking for, the one who had wielded his own dagger against him. Why did I give it to her? Who was she? It does not matter. She must pay for what she has done with her life. He had walked into the manor, ready to spill blood and taste the vengeance he had wanted for so long. Welcome back, friends and scoundrels. I'm Bran.
I'm Lynn.
Sarah?
And we are continuing our Inkanyamba franchise with Unforgivable Betrayal. And let's do the boring part. Killer rules, because we do things alphabetically. Inkanyamba. Set up the game as normal with the following changes when playing Inkanyamba. Place the Killer Wrath card in the play area and place a tracking marker on level 2. Include both atonement action cards in the action tableau. Killer Wrath, or special rules. Killer Wrath. Whenever you are instructed to increase or decrease Wrath, move the tracking marker on the Killer Wrath card up or down the appropriate number of levels. The marker can never be below 1 nor above 10. So ignore any additional increases or decreases that would move the marker beyond those levels. Whenever you are instructed to unleash Wrath, check the current level on the Killer Wrath card and apply any effects listed there. This may include increasing horror, Inkanyamba recovering health, Inkanyamba performing a killer action, or a combination of things. Some card effects will allow you to reduce Wrath, but the primary way is to purchase and play atonement action cards. Atonement action cards may be played to try to decrease Killer Wrath or Divine Wrath. They are unique in that there is an additional success line for if you get 3 or more successes in a horror roll. And we are playing at Creech Manor. Special rules. One-way movement spaces. A few of the spaces have exits in one direction. There are 3 of them. These spaces have white arrows and lines indicating which direction you can move. The spaces are still considered to be adjacent in both directions. If you are not allowed to move against an arrow, you can't climb up the tire swing and go back in the window, nor can you go up through the hole in the ceiling in the washroom on the left side of the board. Enemies and victims are also subject to these rules. The rope ladder item, if used, is the only exception and turns a one-way space into a normal space. Window spaces. Window spaces are a new type of space in Creech Manor location board. There are 2 window spaces on the right side of the house and 1 on the left side. Window spaces do not have any special rules, but mini terror and event cards will specifically reference them. The ladder. Cards that refer to the ladder are specifically referring to the ladder on the outside of the building that connects the left exit space and the washroom on the 3rd floor. The ladder leading to the attic is artistic in nature only and is never impacted by any game effects. Here is the ladder. Inside, outside. All spaces are considered to be inside except for the 3 safe spaces, which are outside. And I guess that's it.
Yay.
Woohoo.
I hate the boring part.
Oh, we're not done.
Oh.
That's just that. Scenario. Final girl, Selena. Setup, strange trophies. Items, ceremonial dagger from Sacred Groves, trash can lid, map, rope ladder, mysterious pills, lucky rabbit's foot, first aid kit, candle, crucifix, padlock, ancient text, a list of things in the... Set aside the ceremonial dagger from the Sacred Groves, then shuffle the other 11 item cards from Creech Manor and deal out 3. Shuffle the ceremonial dagger with these cards and place them in the slot for the garage. Deal out the other 2 item decks from the remaining 8 cards as normal. Events, 2 of them. Curiosity killed the people and lights out. We'll do that in a minute.
Okay.
Creech Manor tarot cards. The tree is alive. It's coming, it's coming. It's a fake. Something unholy happened in the... Inkanyamba tarot cards. 6. He's coming and there's nothing we can do. Wrath of Horror, Wrath of Opportunity, Wrath of Blood. They disrespected him and now he wants their blood. I don't know how, but I've angered him. Dark Power, set up the Dark Power card as normal, and Finale, set up the Finale card as normal. Those have been chosen by the children, so I'm probably going to die. Special rules. The tracking marker on the Killer Wrath card starts the game at level 8. Ooga booga. Yeah. In addition to the 6 cost action cards, start the game with both atonement cards in hand. Nifty. The ceremonial dagger does 2 damage instead of 1. Now the boring part is over.
Yay.
Alright, let's see what our starting event is. Curiosity killed the people. We heard this place is haunted. Place 3 new victims in the foyer and panic them immediately. Discard this card. Obviously panic them because the killer just broke it.
Obviously.
Alright, got 5 and 1 and 1. Okay, well, we know where he's going to start his day.
At least one panicked in the right direction.
Alright, so personal setup for this. Selena's here with her family, cleaning out the old family manor after Nana died. Great Nana. And that's why there's all these people here.
They're helping?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sure that will make sense with all the gruesome deaths.
We'll see. Not like they ever make sense anyway.
It's true.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start off good old-fashioned focus. I looked at that token earlier, said move it now, and then I came up with a little thing about how I forgot it and needed to address it in the game.
Yeah.
Because I meant to move it earlier. Oh, bugger. Okay.
It's nice.
Oh, those are so fired. It's doing atonement anyways, though. Because we're sorry, Nana. Great, Nana. So it's 1. So decrease it by 1. Oh. Then we got to go get the inventory list out of the closet because I put it there for some reason, or I left it there.
It's a good place to keep things, I suppose.
Where you keep things?
Not where I keep anything.
Oh, jeez. So that is move 1 space.
Look at you go.
And I guess we'll stop. Oh, I forgot to do my time. So we are going to take close call and sprint. 3 total. Okay. Killer's turn. So I don't have to worry about Wrath because it's already well above 1 or 2. And there's nobody here to kill because they already ran away from him. So straight on to the terror. Oh, jeez. The trees are alive. If you're in a window space, then lose a heart. All victims in a window space are killed.
Did somebody die?
2 people died.
Well, I'm only going to read one.
Okay.
The trees looked so strange to Hank. The way they moved was unnatural, almost angry. Hank had come onto the property to survey the land, and his curiosity had gotten the better of him. The cellar doors were wide open, and he thought he could just take a peek down the creepy stairs. He stepped down to the last step, turned his handlight on. The illuminated cellar revealed jars of unknown fruits and vegetables. The jars covered shelves being overtaken by the roots of strange trees outside. Hank reached out to grab one of the jars. One of the tangled roots reached out and wrapped around his wrist. His hand began to turn purple as the roots continued to tighten. He could hear someone coming down the stairs, and he thought they would help. Then he felt a hand grasp his mouth and throat. They were the hands of the tribal figure whose mask filled him with dread. His breath began to leave his body as he thrashed to escape. The man released him as he died, and the roots took him.
Okay. Along with Deborah and Betty, who were in upstairs rooms. All right.
Why not?
If at least 1 victim was killed, increase horror. And event card, which we only have 1 of those left. Lights out. Who turned out the lights? What was that? Roll 1 fewer dice. Minimum of 1 when resolving an action card that allows movement. Jeez. Ignore this effect if you have a flashlight or candle.
Looks like you're picking that up soon.
Except it's all the way down here and I'm going up here.
What's all the way down there?
The candle.
Left the candle out of the garage.
All right. Let's see here. So, where are we at? Panic phase? Nobody
Yes.
to panic. Nothing to upkeep. Let's get this going. Just gonna go straight for a sprint. Oh my goodness. I used up all my good dice rolls last time. So I'll give up focus and a walk. Because who needs to walk when you can run? 2 and lose the time. Probably could have re-rolled one of those. Oh well.
Too late now.
Too late now. Let's see here. And I guess that's all that I'll do. Let's take a distraction card for 3. These. And search. I'll just penalize myself by going back by going back to space.
I call that fair. I'll allow it.
All right. That's that. All right. So killer phase, and there's nothing to do for him. So straight to the terror card. I don't know how, but I've angered him. Target final girl, move, double owie. So he gets to move 3 total. 1, 2. Oh, jeez.
Did he catch up to you?
Yeah.
Oh no.
But he only does 2 damage.
But doesn't he do it twice?
Yeah, he only does 1 damage right now.
Oh.
Increase wrath equal to the amount of damage inflicted. That wasn't too terrible. Alrighty then. So, nobody to panic, nothing to upkeep. My turn. I'm going to attempt to distract him. That off. Use a close call. I'm going to give up a focus and a walk. To change that to 2 successes, which gives us down 2 horror and up 2 time. I don't think I'm going to do that yet. I think I'm going to try to make some appeasements at him. And I'll give up those 2 to make it 2 successes, which means we decrease by half. So we're at 9, decrease by half, rounded up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's all I can do. To take a close call. Take another distraction. 3. And retaliate. All right. Killer's turn. He's going to attack me. And I think I'm going to go ahead and just take it. Just a moment. I'm anticipating more hits from the terror cards.
I figured.
It's coming. It's coming. Target final girl. Move. We're already here. Kill 1 victim in each space that the killer passes through, including its current and final space. Nice. Good time to get that one.
Well, you're all alone and he had nowhere to go?
Yeah. All right. So Panic nothing, upkeep nothing. Cause a distraction. Yeah, baby. 1, 2. Up 2. So that way I can try to get away from here.
1 die.
2 dice.
That's why he was distracting, right?
Yes. So I'm just going to give those 2 up. Lose a time. We're going to change that to a success. Move up to 1 space. We're going to try to go out the window. Okay. So take a close call and guard. 5, 6, 8. 2. Feeling okay with that right now. Sprint. And this will take second sprint. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Alrighty. Killer's not going to hit me because I walked away. He's coming, and there's nothing we can do. If there are no victims on the board, discard and draw the next tarot card. Otherwise, horror up. Dang it. Target a victim. Move and stab. So we move 3, 1, 2, because he knows there's victims there. And stab.
Danny turned the handle of the door, half knowing what waited for him behind it. Inkanyamba stood there in the cold gloom. Danny sprinted through the house, pushing his body to free him from this terrible man. Inkanyamba trailed behind him with ease, waiting for Danny to misstep. Exhausted, Danny made one last decision and threw himself through one of the windows. He plummeted to the ground, caking it in red spray. Inkanyamba stood at the window, discontented that he himself had not pleased his spiritual masters.
Must have been a front window. He went, right by Douglas.
Just stood there and watched.
Just stood there and watched. All right, panic phase. Here we go.
Here we go, here we go.
2 go up that way, and 1 goes into the trophy room.
Well, who knows? Maybe there's a rifle mounted on the wall in there. Smart choice.
Maybe. At the very least, you can use the deer antlers.
It's true.
Get out! All right. Guess we're gonna do a focus since. Give up weak attack and walk. Change that to give us +2 time and down 1 horror. Now we're gonna run out this window.
Because that works so well for Danny.
Be a minute before I can get back to doing that, so I'll give up my search and close call. Change that to success to give us 2. 1, 2, 3. No. Yeah, 3. Because there's a ladder, so I can go up. We'll save him. Just trying to decide what I want to do.
What are your options?
Well, I could take 2 time. I can move a space. So I could either get up here or move back here so that way I could get to the garage easier. Or I could take a search action or do 2 horror. Reduce 2 horror. Which will give, in addition, give me an extra time. I think I want to save that one for later.
Lovely full of yourself, thinking you're going to be able to save more people.
I'm going to go back one. So I should have counted. Realized that I didn't need to go 3 spaces. 2 would have been just fine. But I was focused on getting to the garage.
To get the candle.
Or whatever. Alright. I think I'm going to stop there. Take a close call. Take a distraction. Take a search. And think and atonement. Okay. Did I do everything? No. Killer's turn. Nobody to kill because he scared them all away with what's his name?
Danny.
Wrath of Blood. Unleash Wrath. So horror up. So targeting a victim and moving. Yeah, back this way. Then increase Wrath equal to Bloodlust level. Equal to. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jeez. Then target, victim, move, and stab. Killing one of those. Wrath of Blood.
Inkanyamba sought blood for the primal ones that he served. Blood is life, purified in liquid form. Their hunger for it drove Inkanyamba to deep and heavy work, finding the most efficient ways to offer it to them. An offering approached him in the dark room. They had no light to guide them and were unaware of his presence. He grabbed them as they kicked and screamed. He cut from neck to stomach, spilling as much blood as possible. He could feel the blood essence filling up the room and rising to that sacred abode of the gods.
From gullet to groin. I forgot to flip this over earlier. Dark Lightning. Whenever Inkanyamba kills a victim, kill a second victim in the same or an adjacent space if available. Well, that worked. Of course you did. 2. Okay. We're at here.
Yeah.
All right. Panic phase. Well, there's nobody to panic because...
You killed them.
Yeah. Upkeep phase. Nothing to upkeep. My turn. Should we do a distraction now? Web focus. Do. Change my mind. I'm going to do the distraction instead. Give up or focus and walk. Change 1 to a success. Drop us down. Give us 1 time. Oh. Then we'll do a sprint.
Start throwing things.
Alrighty, I like that. 1, 2, 3, minus a time. And do a search.
Did you find anything?
Like that one, I can take the top item card, which I think I will do. Candle. Just call me Ebenezer Scrooge. Once per action phase, you may move a victim from an adjacent space to your space. Never get around any victims. And now I can use all my dice. And I think I'm going to stop there. So I have a close call, but I'm not going to do anything with that extra point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Dear. Yes. Well, we'll leave a weak attack for now. So we want to do another search and probably some sprinting. Okay. Killer phase. Nobody here to kill. Wrath of Horror. Unleash Wrath. He heals. Gosh dang it. Horror goes up. Target victim, move, and stab. Okay. But there's nobody adjacent to this guy, so nobody else is going to die.
Gary's dog was always getting away from him. As he opened the creaky doors to the manor to look for his dog, he questioned whether this dog was even worth finding. But he could hear its little bells calling to him, and he couldn't help but find him. He followed the sound of bells into the grand dining hall and into the other side of the room. After a while, he found the bells never got any closer. Then they stopped. "Winston, come here, boy," Gary called out. A moment later, a bell rang in the doorway just behind him. Gary ran through the door as an arm seized him, throwing him to the ground. A man dressed in hide stood over him. He turned over in fear and was met with Winston's pale, dead eyes. Gary screamed as 2 knives scraped down his spine.
Ooh, he got blood eagled. Or no, I suppose that's on the front and then spread, huh?
Spread, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, increase wrath equal to the horror level. So 1, 2, and we are maxed. Target victim, move, and kill. So we move a total of 4. 1, 2, 3, and kill. And which one do we want to do? This room or this room?
That room.
This one?
Closet.
Okay.
What was this tarot card?
Wrath of Horror.
There is nothing quite like fear. It is the most primal of the ancient gods, and it was Inkanyamba's favorite. He watched as the old man shivered his way through the darkness. It seemed brave, Inkanyamba thought, but he could smell the man's fear in the air like the exhaust of an ancient engine. He grabbed the weak intruder by the ankle, slamming his body to the floor. He dragged him to the entryway balcony and tossed him like a feather over the rail. He splattered on the floor as a testament to true fear for anyone else brave enough to intrude.
Ooh. Must have heard the screams in the other room and stuck his head out. So, panic phase, everybody's dead. Upkeep phase, nothing to upkeep. So, moving on. I don't think I have anything to... I do have a focus. No, I don't really need to use it right now. Let's do a search. Let's do a close call. That's a little bit better. Give up a walk and a short rest. Change that. So then I get to take the top 2. Alright, that helps. So we got Mysterious Pills or the Crucifix. Mysterious Pills. Discard this during the action phase and choose one of the following: decrease horror or gain 2 hearts. Crucifix. Discard to ignore the effects of a single terror card. Ooh. I think I'm going to take these Mysterious Pills. And I'm going to take them right away. I don't know if I'm actually better, but I feel better.
You're lucky you didn't turn into a mushroom.
That only happens when you eat mushrooms. Alright, let's do focus. I don't know why I showed the camera.
Oh.
Take that. Decrease 4. 2 times back. Oh. I didn't reset, did I? So all I did was a search. Yeah, I didn't reset from the previous planning phase.
Your word, I will take for it.
And let's do an atonement. Woohoo!
Are you super sorry?
No, I got 3 successes, which means I decrease wrath to 1.
So yes, you are super sorry.
Why?
Wasn't that what atoning is?
Oh. Technically speaking, I suppose. All right, I think that's all I'm going to do. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna take another search card. 2. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Guess I'll take a distraction card to have for later. And take a sprint. So that way I've got some stuff to move if I need to. All right, killer phase. If wrath is at 1 or 2, increase by 1. Target victim, kill, nobody to do that to. Terror card. Wrath of Opportunity, unleash wrath. Increase wrath by 2. Good thing I did all that. Increase wrath equal to the number of action cards in hand.
How many action cards are you holding?
All of them.
All of them?
Target victim, move, and stab. So it's 1 down. Hold on. So we go up and down. So we discard 2 terror cards. Second one does the same thing. We are in the finale. Okay. Don't let me forget to flip that.
Inkanyamba stalked through the halls, waiting for the perfect opportunity. It pervaded his being, and he could feel his next victim getting closer. He turned the corner, and he was face to face with a horrified man. He showed the man his blades, taunting him with his fate. He removed his head in one clean cut with his blade. He mounted his head on the coat rack in the mudroom like a mounted trophy from a wild hunt.
Makes sense.
Don't forget to flip that.
If only he was in the trophy room. All right. So, as your children are wont to do, we have Drag Her to Hell. I hear that's a good movie.
Is that a movie?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, it's Drag Me to Hell, but...
Learn something new every day.
When this is revealed, remove all atonement cards from the game. Okay, then. Well, there's... Oh, geez.
What?
Oh, goodness. This is not going to be pretty.
What?
Well, I don't have my atonement cards anymore. And it's maxed out.
Bummer.
And it unleashes every round.
Bummer.
Yep. All right. Nobody to panic. Nothing to upkeep. Let's do a search. And that allows me to take the ceremonial dagger. Well, I was trying to go for the list first.
Yeah.
So that way I could explain why I know where it's at. but we just know. We just happen to remember. Stress will do that to you sometimes.
I guess.
All right. Then we're going to do a sprint. For up to 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Lose the time. Gosh dang it. Got 2. Oh. Lose 2 time. Let's see here. Suppose we'll do another sprint. Try to get to him. Okay.
There's no avoiding him anymore.
Think that is good enough. We got move up to 2 spaces. So I'm going to come up here. And no. I just know that he's up. So 1, 2. Time down. Let's do a focus. Bugger.
Not what you wanted.
No. I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna give up a close call 2 time. Hopefully this doesn't backfire on me. One success. He only does 1 attack, so I'm gonna give up walk and a guard to change that. Forget what we're doing. We're focusing. 1, 2. Order down 1. Okay. I'm gonna stop there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do close call. 1 and take our guard back. Okay. Killer's turn. Increase wrath by 2. Don't need to because it's maxed out. Unleash. So he heals 2. Horror goes up 1. Target victim, move, and stab. So that's just a general.
Stacy found her way up to the top floor of the old manor. She figured up here in this creepy cobweb attic that she could get the best view of the town. Nobody would bother her up here. She sat down in front of the small dusty window admiring the town below. A creak on the floorboards behind her cut through the silence. She looked back, frightened. Her eyes lay on a small mouse nibbling on something. She let out a breath of relief and got up to look at the mouse. She bent down to pet the mouse since he didn't seem to care that she was there. It scurried off after a moment and she stood up. And now she was face to face with a man in a wild mask. Hi, she let out. He lifted a blade from behind his back and in an instant her throat was cut. She collapsed, choking on the dusty floor.
Ooh. Icky. What are you tracking there?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
All right.
No panic, no upkeep?
No panic, no upkeep. Think. We don't know who's left, so I'm going to try to cause a distraction so that way they can have a chance to get out. Get out!
They'll probably just stop to look at mice.
Probably. Or forget what they're supposed to be doing. But I guess I'll take what I'm given. Order down 1. Time up 1. Think give up. So I think that's all I'm going to do. Try to lure him down here. So got 1, 2 there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think I'm gonna give up my walk to get another time. Which gives us what, 8. Let me go ahead and take critical blow. These two. And a close call. All right, his turn. Unleash Wrath. Heal 2. Aura goes up. Target me. Move. He's got 5 movement. 1, 2, 3. It's a good thing I made all that noise for him.
Your distraction worked. You probably saved somebody.
Hopefully. We'll never know. Or will we?
No, you'll never know.
And he's going to attack me, so I'm going to do a retaliatory action. And we're going to give up a walk and short rest. Change that 2 successes. So that gives us ignore all damage from attack, do 2 damage, plus 2 damage from the ceremonial dagger. 2, 3, 4.
Nice.
It's somewhere to start.
You've really done something.
Alrighty, let's do.
No panic, no upkeep.
No panic, no upkeep. So we're just gonna straight attack him. Critical blow. Hopefully it's a critical roll. Or not.
It's a critical fail. You need to be more specific.
Well, it was critical. Alright. Gave up used my close call to give up 2 time and reroll all, which gave me 2 success, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. And he's dead. Woo!
That was close.
That was. I was kind of in one of those all or nothing.
You gotta give it your all.
Yep. Not too bad.
No,
Did not go as bad as it could have. So what I thought it was going to.
Considering you let your children pick your cards. I mean, they do that randomly, but they pick those...
The worst ones.
Every
single time. Every single time. I don't know, I felt I played that one pretty strategically. Also.
I knew you were being full of yourself when you thought you were going to save someone else.
Well, now I can go find out that everybody's dead. Time to make the final girl circuit. That's also the first time I think I've ever won 2 in a row. And 2 in a franchise.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think those are sound stats.
Seems legit. So, anyways, that was episode 3 of the Inkanyamba franchise. You would think with as often as we do this,
you would know how to.
I would know how to sign us out.
How to leave a conversation.
All the ways to support us are down below, including our eBay store. Yeah. Until next time, live to roll. I did.